There's no way I'll be going back home after all these years. And I won't buy chocolate as a hair here for my family back home. There is no way at all. Hi, welcome to Rich Upright TV. I'm so glad to have you here today. See, preparing to travel involves a lot, but it's something one must do, especially for us that have not traveled in a long time. Since we'll be needing some home decor, the best place to go shopping was definitely IKEA. They usually have varieties of decors, so it made sense that it was the first place that came to my mind. Even though coming to shop here was very tempting because there were lots of beautiful things to add to my cart. Thank God we had a list that we were going to stick to strictly. So there was no way we were going to add the things that we did not need, even though they were nice and beautiful. There was just no way. Like 2 pieces. We have not been to Nigeria for 6 years. I have 4 kids and 3 of them were born in Qatar, except for our first daughter. She was born in Nigeria and came here as a baby. Hence the need to travel during this holiday, even though it was cost intensive. For us, we want our children to know their roots and their identity. So no matter how expensive and costly the trip was going to be, it's a worthy and necessary investment, even if it means saving months ahead before we're going to travel. It's just so worth it. See, I witnessed how difficult it is to do photo shoot with children firsthand. Like nobody told me how difficult it usually is. I used to see people write it on social media, how difficult it is to do photo shoot, especially the one that involves children. I did not know that it is this difficult. Getting them to sit at a place, this one will sit, one person will stand up, this one will be smiling, the other person will not be smiling. It was not easy, but we still had to do the photo shoot regardless because I needed those photos to post on my socials, so everybody has to cooperate. Somehow I didn't get a video of myself taking the photo because I was the one behind the camera saying, smile, don't smile, do this. Oh, well, it was not easy at all. The good thing is I really made all their hair. All the hair you see here, I made it. And I also made mine, so they were photo ready, and it was few days before we traveled, so it was just timely. The photo shoot was timely, and I'm glad the photographers, they were really patient. This trip, the number of bags I'm seeing here, how we packed these bags, I don't know. Honestly, these are our hand carries. The main bags, we have like 13 of them. Or more, packing it, it was not easy, but we just had to pack it and weighing it and everything. We have a weighing balance. I don't know how we are going to transport these bags to the airport. Maybe we need 911 at this point. Ezioko.
I'm so excited. We're in the airport. I'm so happy. I love it. I want to go there. Love it.
Alicia, eat. Welcome to Nigeria. Let's go, guys.
Alicia. Nigeria. Your sister.
Where is she getting? She wants to crash.
If we don't reach police checkpoint, tell me my cover. Let them not go things like them at the cover. Please, I don't even remember again.
Once we rested the night, we came back. We just had to start unpacking and rearranging because the same energy that was used to pack all of these things is the same energy that we need to unpack, arrange, and keep them in their necessary place. And we bought some things that I want to give to our family and friends, so need to sort all of those things out and distribute it accordingly. As one that traveled recently, if I were to advise anybody, especially if you'll be traveling with a toddler, don't go with a stroller. Nigerian roads, are not stroller friendly. Yes. So I carried wrapper so that I could carry my baby on my back. So it was easier to handle luggage because, I had many luggage, and pushing a stroller alongside the luggage would have been too much work. So I'm just glad that I just listened to my husband. I was saying, we don't need a stroller. I'm like, we might need one. Thank God I just listened. And the only were like, better listen though. Because if I had not listened, it would have been more stressful than it was. Now, another thing I would say is, if you're traveling, it's better to buy things like milk, your kids' food, where you are staying, so that when you go to Nigeria, you don't have to go and start looking for those brands, or at least you'd have relaxed and settled down before you start looking for the ones available. I find that it is so easy to just have those things, especially those food that kids do eat. It's better to just buy them from where you're coming from and then traveling back home. It makes the whole thing easier. I don't know what happened, but somehow I discovered that the bag got spoiled. It was like a nail poked it or something. So I don't know if it was from the plane or it was while we're coming back to the village, but anyhow, I'm going to bear the loss. That's one of the perks of traveling. Another hack or another advice I'll give to anyone traveling with a large family is to book flights months ahead before you travel. Now, it's going to be cheaper. I found out that it's going to be cheaper. We traveled as a family of 7, but we did not book the flights like 6 months ahead. Knowing what we know now, if we'll be traveling again this year or next year, we'll try to book the flights months ahead so that it will be very, very cheap, or at least not really very, very cheap, or at least cheaper. Due to what we're seeing on social media, I was very, very scared inside me to travel back home with the kids, especially as they've not been to Nigeria since they were born, except for my first daughter. Like I had said, I gave birth to her in Nigeria, even though she left as a baby. So going back with the kids, I was scared inside my mind. First of all, the things we see on Facebook makes one like you don't want to even step your feet back home. So I was literally scared. So when we were coming, I'm like, people should just tie these bags left, right, and center, because we've seen videos of people losing their stuffs in the airport, but thank God it did not happen to us. So my husband's friend made sure that all our bags were sealed. Like, talk of a brother and a friend. He made sure that everything was sealed, even though there was a place in the airport where we could easily seal those things, but he did it. He took the job personal and made sure that everything was sealed, and I can tell you, nothing missing, nothing broken, just like I had declared before leaving. I prayed, I fasted, I said, God, I don't want us to go completely, and in fact, I don't want to hear stories. And I would say God literally answered that prayer. From the airport back to the village, at some point, my husband was helping me to vlog, and he brought out the phone to like capture moments. I'm like, please bring your hand inside the car before somebody snatches this phone. He was like, oh, that was how we were laughing at some point, that he has even forgotten. So the truth is, the videos and things we see online scared me. I would say it was not really like that when we arrived. Things are happening, but social media makes it look like every nook and cranny is happening like that. So after some time, I believe the person will just ease up. Am I the only person that overpacks when traveling? One mistake we did while we were going on this journey was that we overpacked. First of all, I thought that it was going to be like cold in Nigeria, because normally during the holidays around that December period, it's really cold. So I thought that it's going to be really cold. And the way people on my timeline on Facebook were saying, Hamatan, it's cold. We went and packed cold clothes for ourselves and the girls. When we went back from the airport, it was hot. I'm like, I thought they said there's cold. So please check the actual weather. Like, check very well to know the actual weather before travel. So that you don't be like us. Why I said overpacked again was that most of the clothes, especially church clothes, that we say, okay, we calculated we're going to stay like so and so, these are the church clothes we'll wear. We ended up not wearing all those clothes because we did not go to church that much, and like those outing clothes, we didn't do much of that because we had activities that were unplanned but were really necessary. So I really overpacked, which I shouldn't have done. If I'm going back next time, maybe just hand carried out to have my clothes, my church clothes. But the most important thing, that I did not overpack house clothes. I'm glad that all the house clothes we packed, we used them. In fact, I feel it's even more better to pack more house clothes than outing clothes. Seeing all these things intact, just the way we packed it, gave me so much joy. See, if you've packed things that like this that can break, you know that it's not easy flying from Qatar to Nigeria, and all these things are still intact. These are the things that I want to use to decorate our house. So it's also important to me that they came intact. So my husband just took it upon himself to arrange it in his bag, arrange it in such a way that it will not break. And I'm so glad that it did not break. He was saying that it's not going to break. I'm like, wrap it, put waterproof, tie it like this. He said no. So I don't know how he did it, but he just wrapped it in a very, very nice way. Then he now used clothes to cover it. I'm so happy that none of them broke. They were just intact. Because first of all, getting this decor was really difficult, and if any of them had broken, it would have really broken my heart. I thought all these things would break, but God is so kind. Like, we packed them really well. I'm glad I could share this beautiful moment with all of you. Capturing it was not easy, but I'm glad I did. That's the job of a vlogger, right? More videos are coming, but we'll be taking them slowly, small, small, small. Please subscribe to the channel if you have not, so that you will not miss any of my uploads, okay? Just subscribe. It is free. It is very, very free. And please give this video a thumbs up. And I will see you people in another vlog or a video. Stay safe. Bye bye.